everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Mannu Ishu ACCA classes. So in this video, we will be learning about certain allowable and disallowable expense. And if you are watching my video for the first time, do not forget to subscribe my channel and share it among your friends so that they could also have a benefit. In case you have been missed out my previous video, you can still access it from the playlist available on my YouTube channel at free of cost, and the link of the same will be blinked at the end of the video over your screen. You can access the video from there as well. All right. So in today's video, let's learn about some more allowable and disallowable expense related to the trading one. So first one, let's understand about capital and revenue expenditure. I must know you might knowing the difference between the capital and revenue expenditure. So whatever the expense of capital nature, like purchase, improvement of the asset, this all will be disallowed. We cannot deduct it from the trading profit. Similarly, if it is of revenue nature in the sense like repair of the assets, but in relation to repair to asset, obviously it is revenue expenditure and it is allowable. While if we are doing the initial repair to bring an asset in usable condition, all right, if we are doing an initial repair so that the asset could be will be bring in usable condition, in that case it will be disallowed. And you know the depreciation, amortization, these are non-cash expense, and these are obviously disallowed by HMRC. But instead of that, capital allowance is provided by HMRC that can be deducted against our trading profit, and we will be learning about capital allowance in coming up video. All right. So this is all about the capital and revenue expenditure. So if you are purchasing the asset, initial purchase, I mean to say, or you are purchasing suppose any non-current asset and doing the improvement, this all will be disallowed. And if it is of revenue nature, we need to check it out whether it's initial repair or to bring the asset into the usable condition, or it is general repair one. Okay, and for depreciation, it's clear cut, no doubt. Okay, coming to the other topic of entertaining and gift. It's also important to know about whether the expense related to the entertainment and gift is allowable or disallowable. Okay, so if the entertainment is related to the employee, if company has suppose organized organize something for the employee entertainment, then it is allowable. But apart from the other like supplier, customer, it will be disallowed. Similarly, gift to the employee is allowable. However, gift to customer is only allowable if it is cost less than 50 per year and per person. And that gift should not be food, tobacco, or any drink or voucher for exchangeable for the good and services. The gift should not be this item. Okay, and if it is so and it carries a business advertisement, I mean to say, if the gift is related to the customer and it is less than 50 per person per year, and it is not related to the food, drink, tobacco, or voucher, any kind of, and it is mainly given to the customer to from advertisement purpose, in that case it will be allowable. But if it is cost more than 50, or it is gift is related to the food, drink, or tobacco, or it's not related to business advertisement, in that case it will be disallowed. And one more thing that need to be remember is, if cost will be increased more than 50, in that case whole amount of gift is disallowed. Okay, and if any gift given for the advertising purpose, it is allowable. Okay, so next one is rental, lease, and expense. So if suppose business is paying any rent for the purpose of trade, it is allowable, right? Whether it's a car or whether like any a warehouse, anything, right? And if it comes to the car, and the car has been leased and whose CO2 emission is less than 50 gram per kilometer, then whole amount of that is being paid in the name of lease will be allowable. But if it exceeds more than 50 gram per kilometer, then 50% of the lease cost is disallowed. It means remaining 85% will be allowable. All right. So these are the points that need to be remembered in case of the lease and the rental expense. Okay. And any premium received, we have been already considered in the property income. It will be the part of the property income. So now coming to the legal and professional charges. So if any of the legal or professional charge paid by the business is related to the, I mean, it's for the trading purpose, in that case, it will be allowable. However, if a company or I'm to say business is if a business is incurring any legal and professional fee in relation to issue of shares or purchase of assets, that will be disallowed. All right, and the cost of obtaining the loan finance issue debt, it will be allowable. Normally, in our like, I used to work for my one firm, and in there as well, if you are taking a loan or whatever the cost incurred for the loan, it will be we consider to be allowable, but as a finance cost, right? We saw them as a finance cost depending on the nature of interest, and we used to consider those as a allowable expense. All right. Okay, regarding subscription and donation, so any kind of subscription or donation which is for the trading purpose, it's allowable. But however, and also if it is related to the local charity, then it is also allowable. For any donation to other parties to consider to be allowable, it should be first must be wholly and exclusively for the business purpose. Okay, and the amount must be reasonable. Okay, and charity must be like working on like cultural, education, etc. All right. So, in case if donation is being for the political parties or national charity, then this it is disallowed. Okay. So regarding subscription donation, this need to be considered. I think in the book or study of it's been given in the very detail. Okay. Regarding drawing, so if owner who is operating that is sole proprietor who is running the business, if we drawing the salary, cash, good, this all will be disallowable. Even the interest on the capital is also disallowed. But suppose in case of self-employed business, what we used to do is we used to keep the staff, but that are our family member, and any excessive salary paid to the owner family member, that will be disallowed. It should be as per the market rate, right? Okay, and regarding bad debt, okay, obviously if we have been sold to the customer and booked it as a credit, I mean receivable. Yeah, obviously we sold the goods to the customer and we book it as a receivable, but the customer didn't pay, it goes then that receivable will be booked as a bad debt. So any trading related bad debt, it will be allowable. And if we recover the same, obviously once we write off from the our books of account, but in case in future it is receivable, then it will be taxable income. However, if you are giving loan to your employee and if that considered to the bad debt, in that case it's not allowable. Basically, the general rule of this, in order to consider the expense, is that first of all, it should be wholly and exclusively for the purpose of trade. Okay, so if not, in that case, we can't consider Okay. And also we need to consider the remoteness test, that is expense has no link with the trade, and other duality principle matlab ki like the expense should not have more than one purpose. So these things need to be considered before deciding whether to allow this expense against trading profit or not. The main conclusion of the whole, whatever the list of expense we discussed earlier, we need to first consider whether it's allowable for the expense, or I mean, it is wholly and exclusively for the purpose of business or not, and whether remoteness stays means whether it is related to trade or not, and duality purpose. If it is in more than one purpose, we also need to consider that before deciding whether it is allowable or not. So this is all in this video. In next video, we will be covering about capital allowance, which is most important chapter, and especially for the F6 student. So stay tuned for more video like this, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and share it among your friends. So thank you so much guys for watching. Have a good day.